A 45-year-old construction worker consumed 4 pounds of wild black walnuts in a single week. This is what happened to his liver. Presenting to the emergency department with scleral icterus and dark urine, he appeared visibly jaundiced. While walnuts are usually heart-healthy, a massive influx of juglone and tannins triggered a cascade of reactive oxygen species. We will examine how this specific naphthoquinone toxin induced hepatocyte necrosis and depleted his vital glutathione levels. LM is a 45-year-old male with no history of alcohol abuse. On the job site, he noticed his urine had turned the color of dark cola, and the whites of his eyes were a shocking neon yellow. In the emergency department, the medical team is met with a physiological puzzle. LM has a heart rate of 110 beats per minute and a distended, tender abdomen. His lab results are alarming. A total bilirubin of 12.5 milligrams per deciliter, which is more than 10 times the normal limit of 1.2. His liver enzymes, AST and ALT, have skyrocketed above 1,500 units per liter, signaling massive, acute cellular death. This is the anatomy of a mistake, a series exploring the physiological tipping points where dietary habits become medical emergencies. The medical team faces a diagnostic wall. LM presents with profound icterus. The term comes from the Greek ikteros, meaning yellow bird, a condition where excess bilirubin stains the skin and eyes. Because his enzyme levels are over 1,500 units per liter, the primary suspicion is hepatocellular injury, or damage to the liver cells themselves. Tests for viral hepatitis return negative. When a specialist probes his recent history, the mystery unravels. LM explains that he discovered a wild black walnut tree, or Juglans nigra, at his construction site. Seeking a free, natural snack, he consumed 4 pounds of raw walnuts in just 7 days. This is an immense volume, roughly equivalent to eating 80 standard serving sizes in a single week. Crucially, he chewed through the bitter green hulls which contain the highest concentration of the tree's chemical defenses. To understand how a nut could cause such devastation, we must look at the biochemistry of juglone, also known as 5-hydroxy-1,4-naphthoquinone. The term naphthoquinone comes from naphtha, referring to a volatile liquid, and quinone, a class of organic compounds. As these molecules enter the hepatocytes, they initiate redox cycling. This cycle generates a flood of superoxide radicals. These act like microscopic rust, corroding the cell membrane through lipid peroxidation. This comes from peri, meaning around, and oxidation, the chemical reaction with oxygen. This process dissolves the fatty protective layers. Normally, the liver uses glutathione, a compound of glutamine, cysteine, and glycine, as a chemical shield to neutralize this oxidative fire. The sheer volume LM consumed shattered this defense, leaving his liver cells defenseless against spreading necrosis. By the 3rd day of hospitalization, LM's condition reaches a critical inflection point. His blood is losing the ability to clot, evidenced by an international normalized ratio, or INR, of 2.5, nearly triple the healthy baseline. This indicates a severe coagulopathy from the Latin coagulare, to curdle, and the Greek pathia, meaning disease. As his liver fails to synthesize essential proteins, the damage turns genomic. Juglone triggers DNA strand breaks within remaining cells. This massive necrosis, from necros, meaning death, releases a cytokine storm into his bloodstream. LM becomes increasingly lethargic, a hallmark of early hepatic encephalopathy, where toxins bypass the liver to cloud the brain. By the 10th day following the cessation of his walnut consumption, LM's recovery is as dramatic as his decline. His AST and ALT levels begin a rapid descent toward baseline as the source of oxidative stress is removed. This turnaround confirms the diagnosis of a toxic insult rather than a chronic disease. The liver possesses a remarkable capacity for regeneration, from the Latin re, meaning again, and generare, to create once the chemical fire is extinguished. LM's total bilirubin eventually trends down to 4.0 milligrams per deciliter. This case serves as a stark medical lesson. Natural origin does not equate to physiological safety. In laboratory settings, juglone has a lethal dose for 50% of a test population of roughly 50 to 500 milligrams per kilogram. For LM, the wild tree is no longer a source of nutrition, but a reminder of the delicate balance of human chemistry. Thank you for watching this episode of Anatomy of a Mistake. LM recovered after 3 weeks of intensive hydration and antioxidant support, highlighting why even natural foods require moderation. If this look at black walnut toxicity was helpful, please like the video, leave a comment with your thoughts or questions, and subscribe for more clinical case studies. These stories are educational composites inspired by cases clinicians may encounter. They are not a substitute for professional medical advice.